Hello, everyone. I am Leora James, and this is my capstone presentation on using technology to provide reading and math intervention support. A little about me. I am an instructional technology specialist with the DeKalb County School District. Prior to that position, I served as a third and fourth grade teacher, technology instructor, and also an academic coach at Stone Mill Elementary. I will be completing the Masters of Instructional Technology at Kennesaw State University at the end of the summer 2022. In my role as MTSS specialist, I supported teachers in providing supplemental instruction and support to Tier 2 students and intensive intervention to Tier 3 students. In December of 2021, I became one of 7 instructional technology specialists in the school district. I continued working on my project with a few modifications I will explain in this presentation. At the beginning of each school year, students are administered an online diagnostic assessment using iReady, which is a web-based instructional tool. And we also utilize NWEA MAP Universal Screener. The data from the assessments are analyzed by teachers, academic coaches, and the MTSS specialist. The results from the assessments, along with student work and teacher observations, are used to determine the necessary areas of focus and skills the students need. The teachers and I collaborate to develop a response to intervention, also known as RTI, plan. Included in this plan, we have a goal and strategies for intervention. Now, while developing the RTI plans with teachers and teachers completing a needs assessment, it was discovered that teachers had limited knowledge of effective ways to use evidence-based instruction with digital tools in order to provide academic intervention support and progress monitoring. Tier 2 and Tier 3 students utilize the personalized learning path as their main source of intervention, and they did not receive the intense direct instruction that was needed to target missing skills. As a result, low-performing students continue to have difficulty meeting grade level standards, and they fail to show adequate growth towards the goal outlined in their RTI plan. The problem? How can teachers at Stone Mill Elementary effectively use technology to provide math and reading intervention support to Tier 2 and Tier 3 students? Teachers at Stone Mill have not received adequate professional development and coaching to effectively implement tiered intervention. The rationale. The lack of technology-based interventions for struggling learners are due to limited training for teachers in this area. Also, funding, limited knowledge on ways to connect technology-based solutions with instructional approaches for intervention. The research. Research has shown that to differentiate instruction and meet the needs of students, educators are increasing the use of technology-based interventions designed to increase student engagement, individualized instruction, and monitor student progress. Also, utilizing the flipped classroom model has shown to improve reading comprehension and allow students to work at their own pace as they receive intervention support. The use of technology assists in managing a variety of assessment activities and collect data to monitor student progress toward their goal. Based on the research, I set out to assess the implementation of evidence-based strategies and technology tools in intensive intervention instruction and progress monitoring. As a result of the grade level discussions and the needs assessment, A project goal and plan were established. The goal of my capstone project was to increase teachers' knowledge and use of collaborative technology tools and instructional strategies to provide academic intervention support to Tier 2 and Tier 3 students. Jim Knight's impact cycle was utilized to provide teachers with coaching support and professional development on evidence-based strategies and technology tools. The plan shown here outlines the timeline of the project implementation. July through August was spent researching evidence-based instructional strategies and technology tools. The needs assessment was conducted in August, and the results were used to select the teachers that would participate in the project. 4 second grade teachers participated in the project, and these individuals participated in the initial tiered coaching. September was spent preparing and conducting various professional learning sessions for the entire staff, visiting classrooms during intervention sessions, and the start of the impact cycle, identity. For the identity phase, I worked with the teachers to get a clear picture of reality as it relates to the support RTI students receive and establish a baseline for growth. The teachers determined a goal and they selected a teaching strategy and the digital tool they would like to focus on. During October, tiered coaching on digital tools like Google Slides and Screencast-O-Matic continued and focus walks began. I used focus walk observation forms to document the observation of each session. In November, we transitioned to the learn phase of the impact cycle, where I modeled use of digital tools and implemented the instructional strategies along with self-paced modules on using iReady tools for instruction. During December, I continued modeling and began making plans to continue the project as I transitioned to the instructional technology specialist role. The project plan began with some changes. Due to my new role, I was unable to visit classrooms to model and conduct focus walks as often as previously done. Coaching sessions were held as we transitioned to the improve phase of the impact cycle. During this phase, the teachers and I moved through a 4-step process to assess the strategies and digital tools being used. The 4 steps included ensuring we were progressing to the same goal, reviewing the progress, making any necessary changes, and planning the next steps. Progress monitoring and the winter diagnostic was administered to determine student growth. At this point, the English language arts teachers had begun fully utilizing Google Slides for sight words and other content lessons. The math teachers used Screencast-O-Matic to record lessons for the flipped classroom model. Students used Class Dojo to demonstrate problem solving and asking questions for clarity. A check-in session with all teachers were held to receive feedback and evaluate the progress of the project. In February and March, I continued to support implementation of the intervention plan with virtual intervention session observations and coaching sessions. I also continued focus walks during visits to the school. This was followed up with a brief meeting to discuss the results of the focus walks and provide teacher feedback. The evaluation plan included collecting data and analyzing progress monitoring data every 6 weeks and diagnostic assessment results in January and May. It also included focus group interviews held monthly and coaching session feedback provided weekly. These were used to measure and determine the success of the objectives and activities of the project and decide on next steps and follow-up support. The purpose of the project was to provide effective coaching with the impact cycle and utilizing Google Slides, Screencast-O-Matic, and other digital tools to provide intervention instruction for Tier 2 and Tier 3 students. The project began with a needs assessment completed by teachers to determine their knowledge level and need for support and professional learning with technology tools like Google Docs, Forms, Slides, and video recording technology. Support was provided with professional learning sessions, followed up with model sessions and strategy implementation. Throughout the experience, teachers were coached through the impact cycle and additional resources were provided from the DeKalb School District's Intervention Bank. Teachers were surveyed on the level of support needed in utilizing technology tools for intervention. Teachers selected intervention strategies and technology tools identified in the DCSD Intervention Bank to improve intervention support. Professional learning sessions were conducted with all teachers to share intervention expectations and also options of digital tools to form intervention groups and enhance intervention lessons. Individual tiered coaching sessions were conducted with teachers, which included goal setting based on needs assessment and pre-observations. Several modeling sessions were held in the classroom and online with students. Focus walks were conducted to observe strategy and digital tool implementation and use. The Capstone experience provided an opportunity for me to research and take a closer look at effective uses of technology integration for intervention. I had the opportunity to work with amazing teachers as they use various digital tools to find the tool that best met the needs of their students and achieve the desired learning outcome, which is student growth and student success. As a coach, I learned the importance of allowing others to take ownership of their learning based on their goals. The goals the teachers created remained the focus as strategies and tools were selected. I give special credit and acknowledgement to my colleagues, Brandy Pryor, Instructional Technology Specialist, former academic coach, and also Ms. Lorez Carmichael, academic coach, in their support throughout this project in providing resources and additional coaching support. Thank you for viewing my Capstone Project presentation.